In essence, karma is a concept that many people find meaningful. Many believe that karma is the universe's scorecard, recording our good and bad deeds to either reward or punish us. But really, karma is about understanding that our actions have reactions. We hear it a lot. What goes around comes back around. The scientific principle that every action has an equal and opposite response is comparable to this theory. However, this rule goes beyond ordinary physics. It's a deep spiritual truth that touches on all facets of our lives. Here are the 12 laws of karma and some tips on how to use them for your advantage. The great law is the solution to a lot of your problems and struggles in life. Assume you help a friend in moving. It's possible that your friend won't help you in moving the next day, but a month or a year later, you could discover that you get helping at unexpected moments. It may possibly come from a different friend. It may come from an unknown individual. It's similar, like sowing a nice seed and seeing it blossom over time. However, it goes beyond just providing for someone's physical needs. It also involves how you treat them. When you treat others with kindness and respect, you'll find that others return the favor. It's similar to putting positive energy into the universe and receiving positive energy back. You may be asking yourself, what if I act kind, but others still treat me badly? Recall that seeds need time to sprout. You are sowing seeds with your good deeds. They may take some time to develop into something beneficial for you. It matters not what is going on around you, as long as you continue to treat people with kindness. Try to be the best version of yourself, even on your terrible days, since, like seeds, those acts will eventually develop into something greater. There will always be ups and downs in life, but if you continue to perform good deeds, you'll be more likely to get good deeds in return. It could come in the shape of friendship, love, or even an unexpected chance. Things have a tendency of coming full circle in the universe. What can you do, then, to sow some positive seeds today? Helping an individual in need might be something as little as holding a door for someone else. Every little thing matters. Keep in mind that it's not exclusive to them. It's also for you. Eventually, the positive seeds you sow will flourish and provide remarkable results for you. Allow this thought to guide you throughout your day. Make it your goal to plant seeds of respect, compassion, and love anywhere you go. The creation law. Consider that you are a magnet. Do you know how metal attracts to magnets? You see, you don't always attract the life you want. Rather, it depends on who you are. You are more likely to draw positive circumstances and people into your life if you are a cheerful person. If you're always upset or depressed, you'll probably encounter circumstances that exacerbate those emotions. Many individuals like placing the blame for misfortune on others. Oh, it's my boss's fault. There aren't any good people left, so I'm unhappy at work or single. This is a wake-up call, however. You're the director of your own life's movie. You are the only one who can make changes to anything that isn't correct. You can't simply relax and wait for life to happen to you. Jump in the driver's seat. When a great idea comes into your head, go for it. When the door of opportunity knocks, answer it. Make the most of your ability to influence your own destiny. But what about those in your immediate vicinity? In any case, it's been said that you are the average of the 5 people you interact with the most. Examine your surroundings. Are you wanting to be this type of person? Do they uplift you or do they depress you? You have the power to choose who you spend time with, even if you may not be able to change them. It could be time to look for mentors or new friends who share your goals and aspirations. Be in surrounds of people and things that enhance your life. Read books that will encourage you. Listen to music that lifts you up. Watch movies that motivate you. You will attract optimism into your life if you surround yourself with it. Recall that although you have no control over anything, you do have power over you. Thus, give up waiting for things to change and begin making changes on your own. As you strive to be the greatest version of yourself, you'll notice changes in the environment around you. Consider this. If you're not pleased, what can I do to make things better? Avoid blaming others. Say, I have the ability to turn this around, and point the finger back at yourself. Take charge of your life as an artist. Create a painting that you will be happy to refer to as your masterpiece. The canvas, brushes, and colors are all yours. The only thing lacking is for you to make the first move. Beautiful things are always ready to happen in your life. Thus, go ahead and initiate action, form it, and see its development into the magnificent rule of humility. Envision yourself strolling about with a pebble embedded in your shoe. You're aware of its presence, and it hurts. However, you just continue going as if it doesn't concern you. What takes place? It does not stop aching. What if you pause right now, remove your shoe, and throw away the pebble? Now that you've fixed the issue, you're free to move about freely. That's a lot of life. Everybody has obstacles, issues, or difficulties that make their path unpleasant. However, many of us choose to ignore these problems and go on with our lives. We fail to understand that ignoring an issue does not cause it to go away. As a matter of fact, it just persists, becoming more uncomfortable. The first step in tackling any issue, therefore, is acknowledging its existence. What you don't admit cannot be fixed. Let's say you consistently arrive late for work. You're missing the mark if you put the blame on your alarm clock, the weather, or traffic. Perhaps you're not allowing yourself enough time to prepare, which is the true issue. Nothing will change unless you come to terms with this. While confronting your issues head-on may seem a bit intimidating at first, guess what? As soon as you do, you've already made progress towards fixing them. You have the ability to make a difference in the world. Therefore, you can employ the same energy you were using to avoid the problem to solve it. Admitting that you have a problem is a show of strength, not weakness. It indicates you have the courage to deal with reality as it is, not as you would want it to be. And you begin to see things more clearly after you come to terms with them. You'll figure out how to overcome your obstacles and use them as chances for development. So give your life a thorough examination. How are things going? Appreciate that. What requires effort? Don't run from it. Face it. The good news is that you can create a strategy for adapting anything after you've determined what needs to change. Perhaps you need to pick up new abilities or seek guidance from an experienced individual. Sometimes you need to make difficult decisions, like breaking up with someone who is preventing you from moving forward or getting a new job that better fits your objectives. The idea is that you can change the circumstances and yourself by refusing to oppose and beginning to accept. Life starts to focus more on what I can do to improve my situation and less on why this is happening to me. You underestimate your strength and underestimate your intelligence. The obstacles you encounter are only stepping stones towards your ultimate self-actualization. Thus, kick off your shoes, throw away the pebble, and pursue your goals without restriction. The law of growth. Some individuals believe that things will miraculously go better if they only change their environment. I'll be happy if I relocate to a different city, or it will all work out if I obtain a new job. Here's the problem. Yet, you bring yourself with you wherever you go. You're probably not going to like your new career or city if you're not satisfied where you are right now, unless you deal with the true issues that are inside you. Your ideas. Create your own world. Consider them your life's steering wheel. Guess where you're going if you think negatively all the time? Yes, more in the negative direction. However, if you think only good ideas, you'll attract good things into your life. It is comparable to marathon training. Without preparation, it is impossible to merely show up on race day and hope to win. The days, weeks, and months you spend in training are when the actual work begins. It holds true for your aspirations as well. The mental preparation begins here. Dream large, but consider the measures necessary to achieve your goals as well. The secret is to constantly refine your ideas. Give up on things that bring you down and concentrate on those that bring you up. Make decisions that will move you towards, not away from, your goals. And keep in mind that this is an ongoing process. Development is an ongoing process. Suppose your goal is to boost your confidence. How do you develop along that path? Perhaps you begin by encouraging yourself each morning. You start to talk more clearly and stand a little higher over time. That's growth. And it all began when you took a good concept and gave it daily nourishment via deeds. The law of responsibility. Imagine you are driving into a tempest. The presence of a storm in your path was not your decision, but how you handle it is totally up to you. Slow down, do you? When the storm passes, do you stop and wait? Or do you just carry on? We can't control the weather, but we can control how we react to it. Life throws storms at us too. It's time to pause and reflect. If everything around you seems chaotic and your life seems out of control, what part do I play in this whole thing? Perhaps you're putting a lot of energy into your work or managing a challenging relationship. Although it's simple to assign blame and declare, I'm not to blame. The rule of responsibility forces us to examine our own actions. It is your duty to solve the issue, even if you did not cause it. Your responses, feelings, and future actions are all your own. Accepting your part in the problems in your life may be difficult, yet freeing. It is within your power to turn things around. Start by examining yourself. Perhaps it's time to take stock of who we are. In what way can you improve? How would you respond otherwise? How can you better match your life with your aspirations and goals? Being responsible does not entail criticizing oneself harshly for prior transgressions. It entails taking what we can from them to build a better tomorrow. Although you cannot undo what has already occurred, you may choose your course of action. Use the knowledge you've gained as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. The connection legislation. Every decision you make and action you do counts. Every decision matters, whether it's to choose an alternative commute to work, eat better, contact an old friend, or simply get out of bed earlier. These decisions may seem little, yet taken as a whole, they shape your identity and direction. This is when it becomes powerful. Every moment offers the chance to shape your life in the direction you choose, since every step has a connection. Remember that every instant that passes is a fresh chance to make a different decision, even if you're not satisfied with the way things are. Do you want to quit a habit? Begin right now. Do you want to learn a certain skill? Today, make the first move. It's simple to assume that someone who is successful arrived overnight. However, success is rarely, if ever, instantaneous. Every overnight accomplishment is the result of years of hard work, decisions, and actions that came together to create the path to that achievement. It's okay if your journey looks different. The most important thing is to keep going ahead, one linked step at a time. Never undervalue the influence of little deeds. A smile may brighten someone's day. A kind smile goes a long way. In the same vein, an apology may restore a relationship. Your constructive actions now are paving the way for a brighter future. You'll be living the life of your dreams in no time at all if you begin to connect the connections. Continue to believe, to strive, and to connect. The focus legislation. There are many tiny and large diversions in life. In addition to the responsibilities of job and family, there's the constant clamor of social media. You, on the other hand, are the one attempting to keep everything in the air. However, the rule of concentration serves as a reminder that you cannot fully commit to something if your attention is split. Why does focus matter so much? Since all of your energy is directed into one subject when you focus, magic occurs. You delve farther. You put forth more effort and accomplish more. For example, if you want to be a musician, you need practice, study music, and build relationships in the business. You can't do that if you spend half of your day simply looking through your phone or watching TV. Focus has an impact on your emotions and mentality as well. What if you could use all of your energy towards something positive, like gaining new skills, enhancing your relationships, or bettering your health instead of wasting it on questioning, worrying, or fearing? To what extent might you go beyond? How much more happy would you feel? The truth is, concentrating on your good attributes not only improves your attitude, but also helps you get closer to your objectives. It's simple to sink into self-pity when you're caught in an unpleasant circumstance. But what happens if the order is reversed, and if you inquired, how can I take advantage of this scenario, or what lessons can I take away from it? By keeping your attention on the bright side, you may transform challenges into chances. The lovely thing about concentration is that, like a muscle, it grows stronger with practice. Start small by focusing all of your attention on just one job, one objective, or one encouraging idea. You'll become better at blocking out distractions and focusing on what's really important as you practice. Recall where your energy flows, where your attention goes, and where your energy goes. That is the point of transformation. Your invitation to access this amazing power, the rule of giving and hospitality, comes from the law of attention. You know that cozy, good feeling you get when you provide a hand to someone in need, whether it's by lending someone your time, a smile, or some change. The cosmos is telling you that you're headed in the correct direction. The act of giving itself is not the only thing that makes it beautiful. It also speaks everything about your innermost self. Your interactions with the environment, particularly in private, reveal a lot about your personality. The true measure of growth is not wealth accumulation, but rather generosity. Having a giving heart is what defines true wealth. It's something that money cannot purchase. Giving isn't simply about money or material possessions, despite what you may believe. Sharing your time, knowledge, and even your attention are very important aspects of it. A small act of kindness, a word of encouragement, or a listening ear. These have no cost, but for someone, they could have great significance. It's been claimed that giving brings about receiving. It may seem paradoxical, yet this is one of the most exquisite facts in life. Giving without expecting anything in return does not deplete you. You're bringing pleasure, serenity, and a sense of direction into your life. This commandment tells us that another mark of maturity is giving. A mature person is aware that life is not an individual endeavor. Everybody is related. Additionally, you get a bit higher when you assist someone else in releasing their responsibilities. Here's the problem, however. Sincere generosity has no conditions attached. It maintains no scorecard. It is given without expecting anything in return, out of a place of love and compassion. This legislation is related to hospitality because of this. Making people feel appreciated, welcomed, and respected is what it means to be hospitable. Whether it's via opening your house or just your heart, sharing what you have, no matter how little or much, is the essence of hospitality. You improve the world when you abide by the laws of hospitality and generosity, one act of kindness at a time. And as you spread the love, you'll see incredible things occur. You'll begin drawing prosperity and good vibes into your life. You'll come across chances you never would have thought of and make relationships that will profoundly improve your quality of life. So keep this rule in mind the next time you find yourself reluctant to provide anything, whether a price, a helpful hand, or a portion of your valuable time. Remember that giving is an opportunity to expand, reach out, and improve the world. You see, when you make someone else happy, your own life becomes brighter in ways you never would have imagined. Every deed of selflessness creates waves in the cosmos that return to you as benefits in waves. So go ahead, be generous, and let the world into your heart. You'll be shocked by the results. A better life and a better planet are only one kind deed away. Do try it out. The law of presence. Isn't life just an exercise of balance? It's common knowledge that we should prepare for the future and learn from the past. These proverbs are true, but sometimes they may cause us to lose sight of the most important moments in our lives. The current instant. Consider this. Now is the one moment that you can influence. You have no control over the past, and there is no certainty about the future. But you have complete control over what you do right now, buddy. Why does the present have such power? Because that's when your life really starts to take shape. Even if you have the most amazing aspirations in the world, they will stay just that, dreams, if you don't take immediate action to fulfill them. Like that, even though you could be carrying around errors from the past, if you're not making an effort to learn from them or make amends now, you're effectively letting yesterday ruin your present and future. Ignoring the past or the future does not equate to being present. Consider it as an opportunity to use them as tools to improve your present. Your history is a library of teachings, a treasure trove from which you may draw fresh conclusions by going back and reading prior chapters. Feel free to skim through it, but don't linger. Restore what you need to the present and your future. It's the bright light that leads you through the night, your North Star. You are like a ship without a compass if you don't have a clear vision for your future, cruising across the water without direction. Dream big. Make a detailed plan, but keep your focus on the present. Rather, consider what you can do right now to go one step closer to your goal. You must adopt a now-centered perspective in order to fully benefit from the rule of present. Pull yourself back gently if you see yourself slipping into the past or the future. Pay attention to your breathing, the feel of the earth under your feet or the air on your skin. Anything that helps you stay present in the now. Recall that all of your decisions and acts occur in the present, and it is these that will influence how well your future turns out, as well as how well you recover from your past. The law of change. You've probably heard the adage, you get what you always got if you do what you always do. This simplicity has a certain strength. It serves as a wake-up call for anybody who has ever experienced eternal looping. The law of change is your roadmap for escaping any situation that isn't working, including a dead-end career, an unfulfilling relationship, or even an unbreakable habit. See your life as a motion picture. Wouldn't it get monotonous if the scenarios kept happening again? You have the authority to change the scene's direction, modify the screenplay, and even choose new actors. In the film of your life, you are the director, screenplay, and main actor. Cut and modify the scenario if you're not happy with the way things are going. Write a blockbuster life narrative about development, progress, and victory. To embrace this rule, one must first become aware of it. You must identify what isn't functioning. Examine your life closely. Are there any recurring patterns? Maybe you're in similar relationships, or you're dealing with comparable issues in your personal or professional life. You cannot unsee a pattern once you have seen it. That's fortunate because raising awareness is the first step in making a difference. Want is the second step. The desire for change must exist. Even under less than perfect circumstances, it is simple to get at ease. Although venturing into the unknown might be unsettling, the benefits often outweigh the risks. Your quest for change will be fueled by a longing for something better. Take action is the third step. Wishing and sitting did not ever bring about any change. You have to appear modest, whether it comes to signing up for a course, getting guidance from a professional, establishing limits, or even starting a new business. Over time, sustained action produces astounding outcomes. Even though each step may not seem like much at the time, you'll be amazed at how far you've come. Finally, practice self-kindness and patience. Change is often messy throughout this process. You could stutter. For everyone's benefit, you may back up 2 steps. Come forward, it's okay. It's important to keep going. Real failure only occurs when you give up. The patience and reward law. You could discover it if you're searching for an immediate boost, a fast cure, or a shortcut to success, but it won't stay. The true, enduring, profound pleasures and achievements in life stem from pursuing your objectives with patience and consistency. Consider the bamboo tree. Before it ever pokes through the earth, it takes years to develop a strong root system. When it does, however, it expands quite quickly. Every day that you persevere, every day that you work to become better, you are planting roots, just like that bamboo. How many times have you thought that the fight was too great and the path too hard to give up? It is at such point that you must remind yourself of the benefits of reward and patience. Consider it a deal that you have with your future self. If you work hard now, tomorrow, and the day after that, the benefits will continue to accrue for many years to come. It's an investment for life that you just cannot afford to put off. The challenging aspect is that getting patience is sometimes fraught with dissatisfaction. Results may not appear right away. It's similar to going to the gym for a week and being frustrated that you haven't immediately reached your ideal weight. It takes time to grow on all levels: physical, emotional, and spiritual. It's a long and sometimes difficult path, but is it worth it? The vista will be unfathomable when you eventually reach the summit of the mountain, because you will realize that every stride and misstep led you to that amazing location. Give up using someone else's progress gauge to gauge your own. Granted, someone may seem to be in the lead, but you never know what path they have taken. Why compare when they can be on a very different trip altogether? Rather, concentrate on your own route. No matter how little you advance, every step is a victory. Honor their victories. Celebrate them. They serve as the cornerstones of your prosperity in the future. It is not necessary to wait for the universe to grant your wishes in order to learn patience. Active patience exists. It entails giving it your all each and every day and having faith that the jigsaw pieces will finally come together. Having faith in the process is crucial. You possess a tremendous strength, the power of tenacity, even when you are unable to see the whole picture. Even when it seems like you're not going forward, your ambitions are still within reach, since every day you put effort into achieving them. On such days, you are planting the deepest roots possible. Roots that will support you when the time comes for you to soar to heights beyond your wildest dreams. Thanks to the law of inspiration and importance. We concentrate too much on our own wins and losses because we are too often trapped in the self-interested bubble. But what would happen if we slightly enlarged the frame? What if we asked what we could offer rather than what we could get? What can I add to this large, exquisite, chaotic table of life that will enhance not just my own plate, but also the plates of others? Here, the idea of importance is a potent one. Your acts have an impact that extends beyond your own existence when they are meaningful. They have repercussions that you may never even be aware of, impacting others. Consider the educator who ignites a young student's passion for reading. That one action may start a chain of events that might eventually turn that young person into a lifelong learner, author, or teacher. And what about the nurse who gives a patient not only medical attention but also emotional support, turning a difficult hospital stay into a personal connection? These are noteworthy and inspirational deeds. However, importance isn't limited to professionals like teachers and nurses. It is for everyone. All our actions, no matter how modest, have the power to improve the world. Something as easy as smiling at a stranger may make them feel better. Who knows what may be done with such fresh energy? Make the most of the many people who are touched by your existence. Be the cause behind someone else's faith in human kindness. Being keenly aware of your inner compass is another aspect of living with meaning. Do your everyday deeds reflect your moral and ethical convictions? Are you making choices that will benefit others in addition to furthering your cause? Do you serve as an example? Being an inspiration doesn't need you to pull off elaborate stunts. Being a good listener, being resilient, and exhibiting compassion in daily life are all sources of inspiration. Sometimes it's more important to help people discover their own way than it is to take the lead. It's about illuminating the path, even only for one individual. Every morning when you wake up, consider this law. What actions can you do today that will benefit the larger good in addition to yourself? How can you make the world around you a better place by acting in a way that ripples outward? Whether or not you believe in karma, living a life that benefits the greater good is the most fulfilling thing you can do. Don't undervalue its power. These 12 karmic rules provide a roadmap for living a happy and satisfying life. They help us become better people for the benefit of all others, not just ourselves. I hope you learned some valuable things from this video. I've put a lot of time and effort into making sure that everyone can easily comprehend this video. If you think it's great, please tell someone who could be in need of it. I wish you a fantastic day. God bless you. Thank you for watching.